Hello students, today I will continue the second part of the chapter Two Stories About Flying, and the chapter name is The Black Aeroplane. This lesson is written by Frederick Forst, and in this chapter the author explains a very surprising event he has explained in this story. Means whenever we will talk about the theme of the story, means this story based on a surprising event of the narrator, and once he was lost in the black clouds while he was flying his Dakota aeroplane to England. There was no chance of his survival. Then what happened? A miracle happened and a black aeroplane guided him to land. Thus he could save his life. But after landing, he could not find that aeroplane anywhere. He was informed by the control room that he was all alone in the sky. So, really, it was the theme of this story. And after that, dear students, I would like to narrate the brief short summary of this story before starting this chapter. So, this story starts from author's flight to England. Okay, once upon a time when the author was in his Dakota aeroplane and the night was clear, there were no clouds in the sky. The moon and the stars were shining. It was 1 o'clock at night. At this time, he was flying his Dakota aeroplane over France. He was coming back to England from Paris. At present, he was thinking about his family, and he was much eager to see his family. After that, there was a problem of black clouds. The author was enjoying his flying without any problem. He switched on the radio and spoke to Paris control. He informed them that he was on his way to England. After talking to them, he turned his plane 12 degrees west. All was going well, but all of a sudden he saw black clouds just before him. The black clouds were like a huge mountain. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind him, and he knew that he could not fly up and over the clouds. He had no enough fuel to fly north or southwards. All right. After that, what happened? Instruments stopped working. At last, he decided to fly his aeroplane straight through the black cloud. Although it was very risky, yet he did it. He could not see anything in the black cloud. His aeroplane started to move in the air. He looked at the compass. All right. It was not working. Then he tried the radio, but it was also dead. Now he was lost in the clouds and his instruments also failed to work. What happened after that? Another aeroplane appeared. When the author was completely helpless and he was not able to decide anything, in the meantime, suddenly another aeroplane appeared before him, and it was without light on its wings, but the writer could see the pilot's face. Okay, and he waved his one hand to indicate him. The writer started to follow him. Now the writer was happy. After that, the writer was behind the aeroplane. and he followed the aeroplane like an obedient child. After some time, the black aeroplane started going down. The writer came out of the black clouds. Now, the writer safely landed on the runway. He searched the pilot of that black aeroplane to thank him, but he could not find him anywhere. Really, the sky was empty. Means it was a mystery for the writer. The writer was very eager to meet that pilot who helped him, who saved his life. That is why he went straight to the control room, and there he asked a woman who was on duty and about that pilot, but she looked at him strangely and laughed. She told that there was no other aeroplane except his. The writer was very surprised. After that, surprisingly, he was thinking that he had helped him to arrive there. He was without a compass or a radio, and he did not have enough fuel in his tanks. So it was a great matter of surprise, as well as it was the great questions for the writer's mind that who helped him to arrive safely. So really it was a very matter of surprise. So dear students, means it was the summary of the story The Black Aeroplane, and whenever we will consider about main points of the story, so I would like to tell you that once the writer was in his old Dakota aeroplane and it was 1:30 in the morning. He was flying over France and he was going to England. After informing the Paris control that he was on his way to England, he turned his plane 12 degrees west towards England. After that, he was dreaming of taking breakfast with his family. Suddenly, he was very sad. Why? Because he saw stormy black clouds before him. Oh, Paris was about 150 kilometers away, and he had not enough fuel. So he decided to fly through the storm. After that, in the middle of the storm, he could not see anything, and all his instruments like compass, radio, etc. stopped working. Suddenly he saw another aeroplane without lights. Its pilot asked him to follow. After half an hour, he came out of the clouds and found a runway. Now he was safe and happy. He wanted to thank the pilot who helped him, but no one was there. So he went to the control room and asked the woman who was on duty about the pilot. And the woman looked at the writer surprisingly, laughed. She began to laugh and told that there was no other plane in the radar. So the writer was extremely surprised, as well as he was very much shocked. The writer had a keen ambition to know about the reality, that who was that pilot who helped me. But dear students, till the end of this chapter, The Black Aeroplane, the writer did not know the reality, that actually which aeroplane helped him, guided him in the dark black clouds, and who was the pilot who helped him, and where did he go? Okay, so dear students, it was the main points, all right, summary and theme of the story, the black aeroplane. And tomorrow, by the help of video, okay, I will start this chapter. So I hope that you will definitely understood this chapter. If you have any doubts, you may contact in your respective English group. Okay, so dear students, keep learning and keep practicing. Have a nice day.